There's an asset that's got an owner and a manager. And they're usually often different. And that manager manages really well, and the owner acquires and divests really well. And they develop those assets. Those assets need to provide a return, and they need to be safe. They need to be habitable. They need to do their thing, and that's not all that different from an underground mine, an above ground mine, a rail car, a manufacturing facility, a farm. They're all assets. And so, part of what my mission is to be an outsider who's in a position that can ask the questions that don't seem right, because I know people from other industries. We see this all the time. So here's an example, right? We're setting up a facility in a remote location. Think of it, it's the sun shines for all day long for 24 hours straight for 4 months of the year, and then for 8 months of the year it's completely pitch black. You get to below temperatures of minus 40 Fahrenheit. You've got outdoor working. You've got things that can go boom. People can die. All those sorts of scenarios. And we were looking to get some exposure from other industries as to how we could solve some of the problems we were dealing with respect to excuses. And I call them excuses now because in retrospect, they were like symptoms that were presented as an excuse. They weren't a reason or a rationale or a constraint. And so we said, like for things like supply chain, like, well, we can't get the parts here because we're too remote. We don't know the maintenance program or the preventive maintenance program because we don't have enough people, right? And so we went out there and we ended up hiring and working with folks that had set up airfields in Afghanistan, as an example, right? So it turns out working at 110 and working at, or 140 degrees outside and working at minus 40 degrees outside isn't all that different.